For sure it would be COVID 2022. I've had this quote for like the past 2 days. Alright, so you guys, it's jumping spider can be found in homes and barns throughout the United States. Sometimes the bathroom. The jumping spider's jump can be modeled by this equation where T represents the time in seconds and H is the height in feet. I don't love the equation the way it's given. I'd rather see it like this. Hey, I might even put it at the end. I might. So, so we're asking about time. When will the spider's height be at 0 feet? Aiden and Gabe, weren't you guys doing something? What would you guys decide to do? There's something. Okay, A, B, and C. So this is a quadratic because the variable is squared. So it's not a linear function, it's a quadratic function. So we can use some formula that's associated with quadratics. Any formulas coming to mind?
The slope formula.
No, slope formula is associated with linear functions. The quadratic formula is what we will use here. Anytime the variable is squared, know that you can use the quadratic formula. It'll solve it for you. So this is actually a parabola. T is time and H is feet. So we're looking at a jumping spider. This is our spider jumping. Okay. Have you guys seen a spider jump?
No.
Normally it's not from the ground to the ground. It's like off of something. Alright, I'm wondering, do you guys remember the formula?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah. Minus 4 times 8 times C. 2 times 8.
So on your final exam, let me put your phone away. There's 34 questions. You have to get 17 right to pass. You have to get a 50 to pass. You have to get a 50 to pass. There'll be one question that you use this formula for, at least. There might be multiple that you could use it, but there's at least one.
Because there's going to be a curve on it.
There's an absolute curve on it. It's an absolute curve on it. No, there's a definite curve on it. I mean absolutely. It's a statewide curve. Statewide curve.
You get 15 right.
You need to aim for 17 right. You have to get half of them right.
So there's 30 questions?
There's 34 questions.
Okay, so about 16 or 17.
It's just like your midterm exam. It's just like your midterm exam.
What if we don't pass this class?
Just retake it.
Oh, we have to retake it.
Yeah, every year until you graduate. It's like a required class.
Oh, I can tell you now I feel.
It's different than a lot of classes.
Honestly, I'm worried about that.
It's a graduation requirement.
I come back to school the next day. Because Mom, when it's the last day of the week, I need extra credit. I couldn't go look at it.
But it's also like way long.
If you don't have a calculator with you, then you're not trying.
Yeah.
If you don't have a calculator, you're just not trying. Alright, this should be 64 times 0, which is 0.
Until I'm finished. That's how it works.
So then we separate. I square root it, and now I'll separate. So it's negative 33.3 plus 33.3 all over negative 32, which is 0 over negative 32, which is 0. Or it's negative 33.3 minus 33.3 over negative 32. Joe. The chair is gonna have a streak on it. Alright, so we got 2 answers for T. Our spider jumped, and at 0 seconds, it took off, jumped into the air, and it landed after 2.08125 seconds. So, oh, yeah. Shh. You guys be quiet. Shh. I do believe we said that the average human hang time was half a second. So maybe one thing that freaks us out about spiders is that they can stay in the air 4 times as long as we can.
No, the scariest part is they jump.
They don't just jump. They jump and they float there for a minute. As compared to how we jump.
Because they're light.
And I think they're like less gravity because they're like in different degrees. Alright guys, number 2.
I honestly don't know if it meant one more time.
Oh no, that was just letter A.
Oh,
Yeah, wait, please
so
stop.
we did one problem so far. Good to know.
So letter A is that the spider was at 0 feet at 0 seconds and at 2.08 seconds. Letter B, what is the spider's height after 1 second?
Why does the equal sound like that?
Because it's an approximate. Shh, your conversations are over. Can anybody figure out how we will determine H height after 1 second? Put a 1 in for T.
Yep, I knew that.
What does that graph have to do with anything? Is that from the water?
No, this is the spider. This is the visual. Yeah. This is 1 second.
I feel more comfortable if you do this.
Yeah, could you draw the spider? No, what are you saying?
What kind of spider is it?
That's it. That's Spider-Man.
What kind of spider is it?
It's Spider-Man.
It's a jumping spider. Alright, so we're going to plug in 1 for T. Just as if we were making a graph, we would do a table, we would plug in all of our values. 1 second means plug in 1 for T. I don't know, Thomas thought of it.
I'm gonna talk to you. Of course I have to talk to you. Dude, I have a look.
Just come back quiet.
Leave, lady.
Small bag of little. I have a small bag of little.
What? Did anybody get a crazy number?
Yes, I got it.
17.
I didn't get a number.
17 feet? Oh,
Yeah, 17 feet.
we're going
Oh,
with
you couldn't
17
make me.
feet.
You're not gonna be able to make this thing now.
I did get some done.
A chinchilla can't even jump that high. Huh? Chinchilla can jump like 7 feet, not 17 feet.
Chinchillas are nice. I love this.
They're cute and they can jump high.
Alright, letter B. Go ahead and do the quadratic formula on letter B.
I don't even know what it like. We just did all of that work just for one answer.
Yeah, you're fine. You're never fine.
Only make sure you bring up you gotta multiply it and then no, that's not how this one works.
Okay, so it's a square. That's easy.
Yeah, that's why you have the best grade.
Logan, did you finish number 5? You too. You too. Have you done 5 yet?
Have you?
I got my A, B, and C.
It's never good to lie.
It's like if I don't come on and start writing, you guys don't start it. Yeah, I'm waiting. You just need to solve it. This can be factored. I could factor it by recognizing the perfect squares. 9 square roots, and so does 49. So I could do. Will you be quiet? So I could square root 9 and get 3, and square root 49 and get 7. And if I solve both of those, this is one way, but I don't know that you would have thought of that. But I don't know that you would have thought of the quadratic formula either. So keep going with the quadratic formula. This should be your answer.
Isn't this one where you could do one below?
Did you do 42 squared by hand yet? Get into it right now? Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It's the same number.
Watch. 3 times 7, what's that? Double it? Yeah, that's the rule. Takes a couple days to remember that, so I haven't really said it. But that is the rule. Why is it negative? Oh, this is a positive. Positive. Alright, so factoring or quadratic formula-ing, you get 7 over 3. Did anybody get 7 over 3 using the formula? Yeah? So this is supposed to be an exam question, right? So it all depends on what the writers of the exam do that day on that question. You know, it could be that they want it in fraction form, and they might also ask for it in decimal form. So both are good, you know. One thing's for sure, I can say with confidence that this would not be on the non-calculator section, unless it was the factoring way. So Your calculator, hopefully you can move between decimal and fraction form. All right. For the next portion of class, you guys need 3 colors. Yellow, blue, and pink. Highlighters. Yellow, blue, and pink. If you don't have colored pencils, yellow, blue, and pink.
You guys want them?
Bag. Crayons. Colored pencil. No.
There's colored pencils on the back counter, and there's colored pencils on the front counter.
I don't think that king thing is gonna work.
He said.
Jake, you're making a very rude and mean learning environment for us.
See, if it's honest, sometimes it has to be rude.
You know, honesty is key.
Honesty is the best policy.
All right, let's move on. Okay.
I wasn't
So
done highlighting.
there's a key here, so you can go ahead and whatever you ended up using, you can go your key. So whatever was on the front, I did linear, yellow. You're gonna have to go back. I did exponential blue. I know, I'm just realizing do you guys want to do neither white? Neither's just gonna stay white.
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna pen.
You guys decide. Gray for pencil. Colored pencil color. Alright, so if you're feeling confident, go ahead along this first row. Pick one to highlight. Pick one that you're confident is linear. Or maybe you're confident it's quadratic. That's okay. If you don't know, that's okay. Just color it.
Easy, man.
So, you know, you can work ahead if you want. If not, I'll start talking about the first one. When I look at this first box, what does it look like? What form? It looks like slope-intercept form. It looks just like y equals mx plus b, which is linear. So I can go ahead and highlight this first box yellow. And if maybe you don't want to highlight, you could also write an L for linear. Okay? That's slope-intercept form. That's a straight line. That models a linear function. Oh, Jake wants to jump to the graphs. That's really... Yeah, the graphs are the easiest, you guys think? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put something here that might be helpful.
Dom, be quiet. Always talking. And then it goes by the conversation.
Oh, I did that order before. All right, and so I went ahead and putting these three models side by side. Maybe this will be helpful. So you're gonna do quadratic if x is squared. Is there in the top row? Is there one where x is an exponent?
I think it's the second one. Oh no, the second one's linear.
Is x an exponent in any of the top row? I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
X is basic and linear. I don't know. else to say it.
It's not nice to call something basic.
Well, alright, so in our second box, is x squared? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, x is not squared. Is x an exponent? No, so this is linear again. The third box, is x an exponent? It's actually not. It's actually not quadratic, you guys.
Oh,
Because it's, no, x is an exponent. This is actually called cubic. So this is a neither. Is neither the right pronunciation? Who said neither?
It's
Ashley?
neither.
What's the difference
This the next one is
between neither and neither?
please.
Do you know?
The next one
You just made me mad by saying neither.
is quadratic.
Neither.
Yeah.
Isn't the next one quadratic?
Somebody's gonna hurt me.
Alright, what's the next one, you guys?
Quadratic.
Quadratic. Quadratic. Thank you, Bella. Did everybody get Q for this one? Of course, because x is squared, right?
Oh yeah, it's x is squared, so quadratic.
I need another orange. Anybody got another orange? Because my orange did not.
Oh, it's not instant. But it's still quadratic.
How do you know it's quadratic?
Because there's two x's, and when you put the equation or problem together, then
It'll make x squared.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. What are you saying?
How?
Well, because I'm gonna have to FOIL this, so I would have to do x times x times negative 3, x times negative 2.
What do you put together? Grow up a little bit. What?
You don't have to show all the work I'm showing, you guys. You do not have to show all the work I'm showing. Please, please, please don't think about that. I just want you to see when this is FOILed, it is in fact a quadratic. You know that those look like two factors and that we factored quadratics. So we got Q and Q here. L and Q and Q. Shh. In the back, please. Quiet. Alright, this one's linear again because x is not squared and x is not an exponent. Just because there's a fraction there, don't be scared. That's still linear. Well, what's the next one?
Don't be scared. Put some more. Put some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely quadratic.
How do you guys know?
Because
Whichever.
it'll
I
make
was
it.
looking at the board over there, and it just looks like
If I was to distribute, I would have x squared plus 9x. Distribute.
Yeah, distribute.
If you distribute, it is x squared.
if you would have got that right, you would have been better.
I don't want to hear it. Words need to stop coming out of your mouth.
X is squared again in the next one. Oh my gosh, what's the exponent in our next one? It's a 5?
No.
That's nothing. How do you say 5? Quintic? Quintic?
You are dumb.
Oh, maybe. We just call it polynomial at 5th degree, really, in math. That's why I don't know. So, I think that this last one's probably the hardest one of all the ones we've done so far. If x is in a, we didn't talk about this though. If x is in denominator, talk about how x can't be in denominators for the definition of polynomial?
No. Oh yeah, yeah we did.
Yeah, we did. So that's not a polynomial. That's a neither.
I'm very confused. Hold on.
In the next row, there is an exponential function.
How is that?
Can you find it?
How is that?
Which one? This one? Because it's fifth degree. For exponential, the x has to be up high.
Oh, it's the fourth one because X is an exponent.
X is an exponent. That's not exponential.
You guys gotta get like me. Everyone has to get like Z plus. But I was still in the top 5, so get off me.
I don't know. Do you guys think he was top 5?
No.
He was definitely not. I'm number 1 in my heart.
I'll give you top 10 because a lot of times students have the answer, but they're just real quiet about it.
I'm gonna speak up sometimes.
I'll give you top 10 on that timing.
I want top 5. I would give Jake top 0. Yeah, wasn't even the first one to say it. I was the 0.
It's this one, y'all. It's this one.
I was the first one to explain it though.
That is true. X is an exponent. See it, Thomas? These are only when X is an exponent is it
Thomas, you see
exponential.
it?
Keep guessing that one.
I'm just making sure Thomas sees it.
All right, so can anybody in this row find the quadratic?
Yeah.
Well, Patrick, you got all the answers there. This one's quadratic because x is squared. Neither. I'm gonna go with neither on that. They can't be jammed right next to each other.
It's like the nether.
This one is good to go. Linear. This has to do with Minecraft. All things we've done like Minecraft. How next?
Minecraft is the best game.
Alright, how are we going to determine from a table? So, keep in mind from a table, if it's adding, it's linear. If it's multiplying or dividing, it's exponential.
Maybe I will throw you into the nearest nether portal. I'm gonna throw you to the pilgrims.
Because it's plus or minus, that first one is linear. Man, I don't know this pattern in the second one. I'm going to need to go to my scrap paper.
Ow! I'm hitting myself in the head with the tennis racket. Can I have the tennis racket to be a tennis player?
Up 15 every time you confirm, Benjamin? So what's that mean? It's what? Linear. Adding and subtracting is linear.
Someone tell Ruby to be quiet. Someone please tell Ruby to be quiet.
I never even said anything.
The next one is exponential.
Miss, can I answer it?
No, do not.
I'll just say Miss Baldwin's class.
Never.
Never say never. Goodbye, never. Hey guys, this is looking real like gator colors in mine.
Shut up.
Tony, I'm gonna come up there.
Do it.
Yeah, I won't.
You won't.
Miss, can I go say hi to Tony?
Do you want to look bad?
I'm gonna hit Tony in the head with my tennis racket.
You can have to take one back.
You play tennis? You play tennis, Jake? suck at everything.
I beat you in PE every time last year. And in
We never
racquetball.
played tennis.
And in racquetball.
Racquetball.
Hey, this one is neither.
Me pickleball.
The third one.
I beat you.
I'm way better than you
When
pickleball.
was the last time you seen Coach London?
When was the last time? A
Did
couple
you
weeks
do
ago.
ratio?
I haven't seen him in like 3 months. Tony, when is the next time you guys are going to PCS?
I don't know.
I want to go.
They don't have anything. There's no constant pattern.
I've been playing a lot of pickleball though.
What?
I've been playing a lot of pickleball.
Where?
Riley's house.
Where at Riley's house?
Riley's court. He has pickleball courts.
How is this quadratic? Let's look. Well, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, and 4 squared is 16. Those are the numbers squared. That one's probably the most challenging one out of the row.
Stop talking. Oh, yeah, 1 minute. They sometimes when you give us warnings.
If you borrowed any colors, please return them. No. You guys don't have any homework.